Alright, we're back. I know the UV mapping, that's a lot to get your head around, but now that our band is mapped, I want to go ahead and apply a map texture to it just to create some interest here in the band. And I need to select this object. We're going to delete some history so we can find, and this has layer 1 assigned to it. So let's create a new, I'm right clicking here. I'm going to assign a new material, make it a blend, and now in the blends bump map, and it go ahead, it already assigns it, we can see, and in the bump mapping I can go ahead and I'm going to create a grid. Alright, I'm going to hit number 6, and you see nothing's really happening yet. Okay, but let's go to that grid and then to its place 2D node, and let's up these values here. Let's go to like 20 and 20 and see what happens. So now we start to see something. But what I want is I want to take these vertical parts of this grid and I want to angle them in a way that we create ridges around the edge. So let's see if we can do that. So we're going to go to the grid, and you know what, I don't think I want to do this with a grid. I think I want to go ahead and do this with a cloth texture. So I'm going to go to the Hypershade and go to the browser and find that blend. I think it's blend 3. Call this band matte, and I'm going to drag this down here, and then I'm going to map it. Okay, and I'm going to create a cloth, which, alright, let's see if we can see this better. So here's our material. We have our bump node created. We have the grid here, and its out alpha is going to the bump value. I'm going to take the cloth that I just created and take its out alpha to the bump value and just replace it. Then I can get rid of that. I can hit tab or space bar, and you can see that it has put that cloth bump on my scene here. So let's edit that now that we have it up. So let's find our band mat. Make sure we have our object selected. In the attribute editor, we click band mat. I'm going to click the bump map out. And here I can change kind of the width of some of these. But what I really want to do is go to the place 2D node. And I'd want it to repeat. Let's see. So this determines how many times it's going to repeat next to each other. So let's do this about 50, and then have the other one repeat once or none. Yeah, that way we get these strands going straight up and down. And then I'd like to rotate this frame sideways a little bit, something like that. We may even decide to repeat this more, and something like that. I like that. Now this is a bump map. We can control how much this appears to come out to the surface. If we go to our cloth input, no, here we go. The cloth output goes to the bump node, bump 2D node. We have a bump depth of 1. We can take this down to something lower, and you can see how it makes this more subtle.